Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Coffee with Casey. This is a sip of coffee with Casey where we take a 5 to 10 minute segment of what we feel is important in the marketplace. This segment is going to be about how we rate your home. There's basically 3 or 4 ratings we have. There's a customary rating. Are you customarily upgraded and updated to your neighborhood standard? When we look at the comps, what do their kitchens look like, bathrooms look like? What do the conditions of these houses look like? That is customary. Extraordinary means that you've got a new kitchen, a new master bedroom, bathroom, frameless doors, and they don't have that, and you do. So you would be extraordinary. So that pushes your price up. Now, if you spend $50,000 updating your house, are you going to get all that $50,000 back? No, you're not. There's a certain percentage of what you're going to get back. That is called capital improvements. If you've made a capital improvement, kitchens, bathrooms, decks, things like that, you're going to get a percentage of that back, okay? So that would mean you are extraordinary and we would push the price up. If you do not have the same updates and upgrades as your neighbors have, that's going to push the price down because the buyers are going to have to come in and say, I need to invest a certain amount of money in this house to bring them up to customary standards or what people want in 2019. So as we walk through the house, the upgrades will tell us whether we're extraordinary, customary, or what I call shows well. I used to say needs work, and that offended people, so we'll just say shows well. But that will tell us where we are on that scale. So that's the first phase of it, is the upgrades and updates. The next one is the condition of the property. What are, what does the paint look like? What does the flooring look like? What do the carpets look like? We'll have another segment on turning your house from a traditional look to a transitional look, which is extremely important in today because everybody's finding their house online. So as we're coming through, we're looking at condition. Is this the proper paint? Is this the proper hardware? Is this the lighting fixtures, the plumbing fixtures, the carpeting? Is this house staged appropriately for today's buyers? So as we're looking at conditions, we're looking at upgrades. We're looking at lack of upgrades. The price is going up and down from the customary figure. So at this point, we're rating the house as we go through. This is where it really helps when you have sold 100 houses in a certain area, in a certain price range, then you pretty much know what customary is. So the art of the realtor or the authentication of what we do is to authenticate what is the value of that pool in that backyard. What is the value of the deck? What is the value of a new kitchen? What is the value of an updated bathroom? So what is the value of a home that has Revere pewter paint and looks like it just came out of Pottery Barn versus a home that was decorated in 1995 and shows like 1995? And we're going to do one of the most important things we also do is how do you improve your house? How do you take it from customary to extraordinary? How do you take it from shows well to customary? We do this every day where our tips on cosmetic issues of a house will update your house at least 6 times the investment, or 5 to 6 times the investment of what you put in a house, paint and things like this. So that'll be a whole nother show. But we'll walk in, we'll say this is your customary number, let's walk around, let's see your upgrades. Always have a list of the money you've spent on your home available for the realtor that you're going to talk to. Some of them are just going to be maintenance issues. Some are capital improvements. Capital improvements, we're going to get a portion of that money back. A lot of maintenance, we won't. So those numbers are very important. A rule of thumb is, and I can tell you it's extremely accurate too. Say I walk into a house and it's a $2 million house. But customarily, they only sell for $1.6 million. But they put $950,000 into that house in capital improvements. So as I look at it, I really rate $800,000 in capital improvements. So if I give them credit for half of that, it's $1.6 million plus $400,000, you have yourself a $2 million house. The sellers want $2.5 million, but you're not going to get $2.5 million, you're going to get $2 million, trust me. So we did a long search, and sure enough, everybody listed their house for $2.4 million. It sold for $1.9 million. So that was the average drop in price. And that's where people, when you talk about how you rate a house, you can't get 100% of your capital improvements back, but you sure as heck can get 50% back. Thanks for sitting in with Coffee with Casey. Our next Coffee with Casey, or sip of Coffee with Casey, is going to be the 10 things you can do to your house that are not expensive, that increase the value, and that's the cosmetic improvements that I talked about. Thanks.